Hello everyone, this is the weekly overview of PLT for the week of March 8th through the 11th. First we have our weekly overview document that we'll go over in just a moment. For our trainings and tasks this week, remember to update your grades and sync them to Canvas and Infinite Campus. There are the two videos to show you that. Call parents and guardians if students are not turning assignments or coming to class. Review the Infinite Campus behavior form, so if you need it in class, you know how to use it. We have our inspiration this week, as well as our advisory lessons and the collaboration form. Let's go ahead and go to our weekly overview document, as all of that's restated in there. First, we'll look at the announcements. In an email from Stephanie Thomas, it said, please email your interpersonal skills nominations to Eric Eklund or Stephanie Thomas by Friday, March 12th. Nominees should be seniors of the 2021 and 2022 class. So make sure to see that email from Stephanie or give her, Eric, an email if you have a question. Next, if you're storing anything near or downstairs in the downstairs drama storage room, please remove those items and or contact Jenny Poppy as soon as possible, as they're deep cleaning that area. Also, make sure to see Michelle Jones' email concerning the Board of Education meeting and opportunities for students and teachers, and continue to watch for emails from Michelle Jones for more information on COVID vaccinations. Some will receive their second shot this Friday. Also, don't forget to nominate students, teachers, and or classified staff members for the Goldstein Award. Nominations for this form may be found in the following important forms and links module. This is a reminder that March is the last month of this year for the Goldstein nominations. The deadline is April 1st. So far, we've had 4 faculty nominations, 1 staff nomination, and 2 student nominations for Manhattan High School. Also, make sure you are looking for the special directions for remote student state testing. They may be found in Trina Dabini's email. If you're a remote teacher, make sure you pay special attention to this so you can help your students out. For on-site state testing and KPA, please look for emails from Janelle Shoemaker-Walters. Finally, continue to work on learning assurance forms. They're required by the state, so continue to get those to Barb Clark. She just sent out an email last week with the students you still need to retrieve forms from. And finally, our important notes that we read every week. First, make sure all assignments and resources are in Canvas for availability when students are isolating or quarantining. Any alternative planning for assigning work, providing information, and returning work has to be clearly communicated to the student, parents, and guardians. Also, make sure you're taking attendance at the beginning of the hour and fixing inaccuracies by the end of the hour. And finally, if a student shows up in your class and is marked QCC or quarantine close contact in Infinite Campus, they should be immediately sent to their grade level administrator and or the nurse. Now here are the trainings and tasks for this week. Make sure you've updated your grades to sync to Canvas and Infinite Campus weekly. The most accurate grade needs to be in Infinite Campus at all times so that parents, administrators, and counselors can easily see those grades. For some extra assistance from Lisa, Julian, and Ted Dottie, last week they made these videos for us. Thank you so much for helping us out. Here's a video about syncing grades from Canvas to Infinite Campus and some troubleshooting measures, and then common grading errors in a document by Ted Dottie. Again, thank you for those. If you do choose not to sync your grades, then you must manually enter your grades into Infinite Campus so that it is the most accurate grade. Also, make sure you're calling parents and guardians if students are not coming to class or are not turning in their work. And feel free to reach out to your grade level counselors, administrators, and the MTSS coordinator if you need assistance with a student. Next, please revisit your clear classroom behavior expectations and update them for starting after spring break. Make sure to establish expectations for mask wearing, the use of a passbook, the lack of movement during advisory flex time, and other usual behaviors that you have expectations for. And make sure to review that behavioral referral form. Here's a video that was made about how to do that and why we do that. Also, we have some spring break inspiration. We'll only keep this one up for 1 week, but this is a video a teacher wrote to everybody about how they feel about spring break, and we all need a break. So you may or may not agree with him, but it's a pretty good video and an interesting thoughts to think about. For advisory this week, we have grade checks on Monday and an all-school event on Thursday. Also, make sure to fill out your PLT checklist form for collaboration as a school-wide mode of collaboration in this time of remote learning. Next, for questions and answers. Last week, Lindsay Clark asked, is there a way to print grades for each student from Canvas? The answer is yes, you can. And Lisa Julian sent out that email last week in response to that question. Thanks again, Lisa. Here's a link to that in a document form. Next, if we do student-led conferences on Zoom in the future, would it be possible to allow students to invite teachers to attend, especially if there are questions that need answers? You can always invite teachers to any conference, so please go ahead and invite those teachers at any time. Thirdly, can the links be added with QR codes, for example, the summer opportunities for students on the slides? Also, a video helping students access QR codes would be helpful. Thank you so much for that. We will work on that. We really appreciate this comment. It will only make things better, so thank you for that. And then finally, for questions, if you mark excused or missing in Canvas, is there a way this syncs with Infinite Campus? Yes, it syncs seamlessly. You just have to click on, and this was in instructions from last week, if you individually go to where you would put a grade in, there's an arrow to the right, and if you click on that, it will bring up a menu on the right, and you can select missing or exempt or whatever, and that will easily transfer when you sync your grades. Here are some comments for this week. The comment is, because the classroom teachers are not there during any of the student-led conference time, I find it difficult for me as an advisor to weigh in or even advise students and their parents on how to improve the grade in certain courses. The answer to this is one of the reasons we're considering a hybrid conference schedule, parent-teacher conference in the fall and student-led conferences in the spring. Please reach out to your department head if you have other comments about this, and they will convey your ideas during a department head meeting. And finally, the Tell Me Something Good comments. First, Gail Hughes said, working with the 9th grade students has certainly been a learning experience for me, but very rewarding as many of the parents have shown so much gratitude and appreciation for me as their child's advisor. It makes all the extra emails and contacting by phone worth it. Thanks, Gail, for that comment. Next, Lisa Julian said, Rodney Robinson has been sharing pictures of his life outside of school during advisory. It's helping build a community in his advisory. Nice job, Rod. And what a great thing to show us all and tell us all. We can use that in our classrooms as well. Next, Jenny Carr wants us to know that March Mammal Madness is beginning. As a biology teacher at East or a life science teacher at West, ask them about a bracket if you want to be part of that event. You can also follow them at Twitter at 2021MMM. Let's go. And finally, Tracy Riddy said, some students have made some great changes and are being more successful this semester. And that's great. We hope that's the experience you're all having. Thank you so much for what you do. We hope you have a great week and get ready for spring break.